Let's take it back to February 2017. Boogie B from OFB and his mates were at a girl's party celebrating her birthday at a rented Airbnb flat in Earls Court. Now the birthday girl had hoped 50 guests would arrive, and she was careful not to invite warring sets. Specifically, she only wanted to invite people from Hackney and not Camden, as they had issues with each other. They were warring. Now the invites were sent over social media, most notably being Snapchat. The party itself was uneventful. I mean, teenagers were doing the typical things that teenagers do. They were dancing, listening to music, smoking, drinking, having a good time. That's until 19-year-old Lewis Blackman arrived uninvited and tried to force his way in, and him and his mate were armed. Now alcohol was at play, and Lewis arrived with a knife, while his friend arrived with a firearm. Now what Lewis and his friends did not know was Boogie B and his mates were also armed, and that's when all hell broke loose. Instead of doing the right thing and calling the police, Boogie B and co took matters into their own hands. What they did was make a mad dash out of the flat, and they chased Lewis down, from the flat entrance all the way down Earls Court, and sadly they caught him. 16-year-old Demario Williams, which is Boogie B's real name, was the one that dealt the fatal blow. What he did is he struck Lewis in the back, causing the 19-year-old to collapse on the ground. As Lewis collapsed, he also dropped his own weapon. Of course, he was in so much pain. He had just been stabbed. Now, as Lewis lay helpless, pleading on the pavement, he was surrounded by Boogie B, who was only 16 years old. They then stabbed Lewis 13 times, and 7 different attackers all took part. It was carnage, violent, savage, and ruthless. Now, what made this attack much worse is, once Lewis lost his life, Boogie B and his mates were caught laughing and joking and praising each other in triumph on CCTV. Boogie B didn't even have beef with the people from Peckwater, so this M was utterly senseless. They even returned back to the party after. Boogie B was jailed for a minimum of 20 years. Stay safe, safe.